Welcome back to Live at 5. It's time now for our weekly visit from an Edward Jones expert, and today we get Chris Jones. Good afternoon, Chris. How are you?
Doing well, Alan. Thank you very much.
You bet, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
And I guess that's a little bit of our topic today. In the last years, we've all done things with our money that we shouldn't have, be it spend too much, not invest enough, or otherwise. And so we are resolving ourselves to do better in 2022. And so you've got some financial New Year's resolutions that you can tie to how folks do their others.
Yeah, I think we'll start with just to try to simplify it. We'll come up with 4 resolutions that might be wise for some people to consider to make this year a better year financially. The first one would be to prepare for the unexpected, which basically just means make sure you've got money set aside for emergency purposes, like in a liquid, high quality account. Another goal might be that you wish to boost your retirement savings. That would be for those people that are working that do have a plan to participate in, like a 401k or an IRA. They might want to consider to boost more money into those accounts so that way they can build up more money for retirement. A third one might be to reduce your debt load, which means you might want to take a look to see what all your debts are to start this year, work on ways to reduce that debt down, and then compare next year where you are to see if you've made headway. And then finally, you don't want to react or overreact to news headlines, because a lot of times people will let the news kind of dictate what they think they should do with their investments.
That is a whole lot to try and handle in a year, especially if you have limited finances. I'm sure there are some priorities amongst them.
Yeah, I think everybody should stop and reflect and kind of inventory where they are to see if they've got a goal. First thing you want to do is make sure you've got a plan or goal into place. You might want to consider like an age of which you might want to retire. That would enable you to give you the number of years that you have to reach your goals. And that would determine how much you might want to try to save to go towards that. But you need to come up with what's important for you, and then come up with a goal and stick with that goal, and then just kind of work your way through the list thereafter that.
There's never too early a time to start, especially for those in their 20s and 30s. They've got the advantage of time, and it's hard to hammer that message home to them sometimes, isn't it?
I think it's very important, Alan, that people start at a younger age. It's amazing what the power of compounding can do if you start at an early age and do it on a regular basis. The things that investors should look about is that they want to try to pay themselves first, which means when you have money taken out of your check other than what you have to pay, also put away money for yourself. And another important lesson for investors is to realize that it's never going to be as important as to when you invest your money, but as to making sure that you do invest your money over time. So time in the market is a lot more important than timing the market.
And it all ties into those New Year's resolutions financially that you gave us at the beginning. How can folks reach you at Edward Jones?
Thank you very much, Alan. I can be reached at my location here at 1005 West St. Martin's Drive. And again, we have several offices throughout the community to serve St. Joseph and the surrounding areas. So now would be a good time to get together with somebody, develop a plan, make sure you've got someone that can help guide you, and then go from there.
Chris Jones with some New Year's financial resolutions. Chris Jones from Edward Jones, thanks so much for being with us today.
Thanks for having me, Alan.
And Happy New Year one more time.
You betcha, same to you.
All right, thank you. Stay with us on Live at 5. We'll have more after the break.